And this is kind of my thought process. Stupid light. So what I wanted to talk today about is 5 things that I really like about the Z06 and why I think it is the best value out there as far as sports cars go. I've owned mine now for a little over a year, and these are some of the things that I went through in my thought process, and also what I've learned that I think makes a great value. The first thing is the cost to actually buy the car. When I was looking, they were $35,000 to $40,000, and now with the C8 coming out, you can get one for 30 to 35, and in some cases with higher mileage, you can find them in the 20s, and you're not going to find a better car in that range. When I was looking at cars, the $30,000 to $40,000 range, it was really just the C6 Z06, another Viper GTS, and then a Maserati GT. I thought about another Viper, but I just can't get over the interior. I mean, it looked dated then. It looks really dated now. So I kind of scratched that one off. Also because I've had one, I got it out of my system. The Maserati would have been really nice, just because it is a Maserati, but it was just really slow and doesn't have that sort of feel where it's like, oh, I am in a sports car. It's kind of, a more subdued version of it. The second thing is the cost to maintain the car. It is extremely cheap. I was shocked by that. When I first got it, I took delivery. It was from California. Some old guy owned it, and I just flushed all the fluids just to change them out, so I knew when the maintenance was and that I had it done. And it was only $500 to get it done at the Chevy dealership. I find that to be great value, just coming from the Supras and then the Vipers, where if you take them into any sort of performance or just dealership specialty shop, it costs a lot of money. This one, not at all. The third thing is it is a proven platform. So Chevy kind of takes a lot of crap because all of their cars have been, pushrod V8s. But it's one of those things where if it's not broken, don't fix it. It's worked really well for them throughout the years. I know that the new C8, Z06 or ZR1, whatever they're going to do next, is going to probably have that flat plane crank V8. But for now, they've all been based off of a pushrod, besides the C4 ZR1, I believe. And that one was a little quirky. So they've stuck with what works, and since it's been used so much throughout the years, everyone can work on them. They're extremely simple. Just you and your buddies, on a weekend can just do basic modifications on it. I know that we did on mine. Now the exhaust on that one is a little bit of a pain in the ass, but the actual, what you have to do, still very easy. The fourth thing is the sound. I mean, come on, guys. There's something to be said about a just nice, big, small block Chevy. And even more so with, heads and cam. I like the way mine sounds a lot, and every time I start it, it just, makes the heart, flutter a little bit. But you really can't beat it. I hear some of the European V8s, like the M3, which is another car that, I'm kind of considering now for sort of a daily driver, and it doesn't sound the same. I know it's because they're smaller displacement, dual over cam, all that sort of nonsense, but there's something to be said about just a big, stupid American V8. I love it. The fifth and last thing is the weight. The C6 Z06 was just over 3,100 pounds. It was 3,134, I believe. The C7 Z06 was much heavier. It was over 3,500 pounds. I don't know what the convertible one was. I'm sure it adds another 100 or so. But that's kind of why, as far as stock performance, I know with the C7 Z06 you can get a lot faster fairly easy because it's supercharged. But just from the factory, it ran similar times roughly to the C6 Z06, just because it was a good amount heavier, even though it had an extra 150 horsepower. Now I do know a lot of it is just the interior, the technology that's added into it, and so it does make a nice package. And I've been in a C7 Z06 and a C7 ZR1. They are a lot more comfortable than my car. The C6 Z06 was one of the first ones that had an acceptable interior. The C5 is just oh, that is just a terrible interior. But yeah, so there is that weight savings with it. So it does make, if you want to do some more light modifications, it is going to help. Just it's not going to be, you know, like a heavy pig swinging around the track or going down the quarter mile. So there you have it, guys. Those are my 5 main reasons of why I like the C6 Z06 and why I think it is such a great value. I'm sure it's going to keep going, you know, getting even better value as time goes on. As you can get like a C5 Z06 now for like 13 grand. So it's going to continue to be just a great bargain value. I love it a lot. Not sure what I'll do next, but yeah, thanks for watching.